Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Nat Walsh. I have a card I'm involved in a blog hop today. So it's a hashtag of card hopping April 2023. The theme is, the technique is stencils. The theme is complementary colors. So we're going to go blue and orange. There is a couple other colors in there as well, but it's blue and orange with a little bit dark. Now I'm going to give you some measurements, but these measurements is basically going to be an Australian card size. Okay, it's not really going to be for the American peeps, but basically we've got 3 easels here. So we've got 10.5 by an length of an A4. Which is 4 3/6 by 11 1/4. Now the easel panel is 10.5 by 14.9 centimeters, 5 7/8 by 4 3/16. The second easel we've got is 8.5 centimeters by 21 centimeters, 3 3/8 by 8 1/4. The easel part is 8.5 centimeters by 10.5 and 5 7/8 by 3 3/8. The last, the tiny one that I've got here is 14 centimeters by 6.5 and 5.5 by 2 9/16. The easel part is 6.5 by 7 centimeters and 2 9/16 by 2.5 centimeters. So I've placed all my panels and everything all together. It's all lined up at the bottom of the card, but roughly in the middle. So we're eyeballing in the middle. And this is going to form like the 3. We're going to have another look at it a little bit later on. We've got Fawn Fangtastic Friends. I thought that was really cute. I'm also going to, this is the paper that I've used is an older one. I don't have an awful lot of paper. I have a little bit of paper, but things that weren't quite so florally and everything else, I didn't have a lot. So this is a Kaisercraft Rewind collection. Now it's going to be, if you like that paper, I'm sorry, it's Kaisercraft does like one print and then that's it. The Copics that we're going to use for my bats are going to be 100, C9, C7, C5, C3, and C1. We're going to have R30 for the center of their ears. And that's also going to be blended out with the C1. The wood and all the bats are going to be coloured basically the same. So I think I'm not going to show you too many of the bats. The wood is E47, E33, and 31. And my leaves are just going to be G99, 94, and 82. Now the bats are looking pretty dark. I mean, they are black, so you're not going to get a lot of definition, but in real life you can see a lot more of them. So this easel, it's using the last back easel uses the next front one to stand up, and then we're going to have a sentiment in the front to hold up the front. So it's basically just a step down easel, triple easel card. That's what we're going to call it. I don't know if it has another name, but that's what we're going to call it. All my bats, I'm sort of keeping them pretty high, so which means the last easel card. Now there will be a link down below over to my blog, so you can hopefully see some better close-up photos. It's a little bit hard because it is a flat card. It doesn't stand up like a standard sort of card, but hopefully you'll be able to see a lot better of the actual design. But yeah, one easel is held up by the next one, which is held up by the next one, which is held up by our sentiment. So we have a raised sentiment, which is going to be have a fantastic day. I don't have the dies with this, so I am going to fussy cut them all out because that's what I do. The spider, yes, I cut that little puppy out. He was probably the hardest. The other ones, the bats and everything weren't very hard. But the spider was a little bit more of a pain in the caboose. But we didn't lose any out legs, so that's a plus. All the bats are kept pretty high, as I said, which means the last card that they're going to, when they take it out of the envelope, they're going to see it's a pretty plain card. Could you have a sentiment in the bottom of that? Of course, it's your card. Who cares? But when they're all sitting in, should we say, easel formation, they just have a nice little flow to them. Okay, so we've just kept it all, try to keep it really high up on the card base. But I like it, it's cute. I don't really particularly want to go into the mattes and the contrast and everything else, because especially my Aussie peeps, the American peeps, you're going to end up with a different card base. But I'm hoping it will give you a jumping off point that you could make your own variations of this. I've cut my Fangtastic sentiment out using the Paper Rose strip sentiment dyes. Now it's a little bit wonky, but I really like that look. I wanted it a little bit, it's a bunch of bats. Have some fun with it. So you can see how that's going to sit. Hold that upright. I'm going to start decorating this all from the front. I found this would be easiest just to sort of get my placing for everything. So my spider is down. You're not going to see me do it because I want to leave the glaze, which you'll see in a little bit. Leave it to dry. So off camera, I'm going to do that. So I've got one easel in place. I'm just figuring out and getting my idea from having the other easel of where to position my bats. The last panel, one of the bats is going to be a little bit low in the photos. You're going to see that it's been moved up a little bit higher. Full disclosure, I want to tell you my warts and all, so to speak. So I am going to move that because afterwards I just thought he's just a bit too low. All of these are raised up on foam dots, but they're a very low profile foam strips, so it doesn't cause too much bulk whatsoever. So you're just getting an idea of where everything positions and where everything's going to sit. The last panel, we're going to have our remaining 3 little bats in our branch. Now, if you search in the search engine on YouTube and put in that hashtag, so we've got again hashtag card hopping April, card hopping without the G, card hopping April 2023, words are hard, then you'll be able to see everyone's different cards. Now we've got some easels, we might have some spinner cards, and the complimentary colours as a jumping off point. So yeah, leave me a comment down below. If you like this card, please hit the subscribe button. I'll really be honoured for you to be a subscriber to my channel. I'm slowly growing. Leave me a comment on what you liked the best, or if you've tried. I would love to hear if you've tried this card. I haven't done it too much. This is the glaze pen that I was talking about. It is pretty quick drying, but I was just a little bit paranoid. So I go to put it in, I'm like, I'm just paranoid. So I will do my little web a little bit later on. So that's it. That's on my card. I'm going to give you another look at it now and how it all sits. I was just trying to get an idea of where my bat, he was being a little bit of a pilly pain, so I will do that off camera. That's it. That's my card for today. I hope you are well. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.